Defining who I am. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Recovery Classroom. My name is Drew, and I am a recovering alcoholic. For many years, as I've shared on these monologues, I would wake up each and every day and I was terribly angry, terribly frustrated, disappointed, discouraged, and disheartened at the fact that I had allowed myself to become so incredibly physically and mentally dependent upon my alcohol. I knew how to stop long enough to take the kids to the doctor's appointment, maybe go out to dinner with my wife, go enjoy a movie, maybe go to work and do my job. But don't think for a single solitary second. I wasn't looking for the exit door so I could hurry up and get home so I could start drinking again for that day. And I'd lived that way for many, many years, where the second I'd open my eyes, where's my booze? I have to have my booze in order to function. I was great at stopping long enough throughout my day to do whatever I needed to do, but I was terrible at staying stopped. And that became the age-old question. How do I stay stopped permanently? And I tried many different things, many different applications and programs, or so I said I did. And finally, in July of 2021, I found a program that was specific to me, that had provided me enough encouraging evidence to suggest, hey, Drew, maybe you too can actually stop permanently. Up to that point, I didn't think I could. I didn't think it was ever possible. But I found a program that suggested, and fortunately, by the grace of God, it still works to this day, and I'm incredibly grateful. But throughout the course of my recovery journey, I learned something very, very valuable. See, I used to believe, early on in my sobriety, I used to believe that I was recovering to get clean and sober. Truth be told, I had it ass backwards. See, I had to get sober in order for me to recover. And I want you to pause the tape, rewind it, pause the video, rewind it, and play it again, about 10 seconds, and then play it again. I'll say it again. I had to get sober in order for me to recover. And see, Bill Wilson, for those of you that have worked the program of Alcoholics Anonymous, you know this phrase very well. Bill Wilson wrote this in the Big Book. The problem with the alcoholic centers in his mind rather than his body. Our drinking, our addiction was but a symptom of the problem. The problem was up here. And so while many people claim I'm in recovery because I'm sober, that's not entirely the case. Yes, there is an element to that. Yes, you have to recover from the physical manifestation of that allergic reaction that I have, that allergic reaction that's in the Big Book they talk about. I pour that first one in me, I have that allergic reaction, I start craving. Yes, I have to recover from that allergic reaction that I have every time I pour a drink down my throat. But see, there's a next step of recovery, spiritual step, I should say, that a lot of us tend to miss because, quite frankly, we're too busy judging other people on how they recover. See, we think recovery is all about sobriety, and it's not. Truth be told, sobriety always leads to recovery. I like to say this. My alcoholism didn't define me whenever I was actively drinking. My alcoholism described me. Today, my recovery doesn't define me. It helped to find me. And that's the key. See, it helped my recovery. By me getting sober, it allowed me to recover and to change my thoughts, the way I thought about myself, the way I thought about certain situations and circumstances that I was involved in, the way I would think about certain people and how I'd interact with them. It allowed me to change that thinking so I could learn to start loving myself again. And I was about a year and a half into my sobriety whenever I finally heard that statement, and it really triggered something in my brain. Recovery isn't about getting clean and sober. It's about learning to love myself enough to where I stop hurting myself. Too many of us just believe that recovery, I'm in recovery because I'm sober. Okay, that's fine, but where are you planning to take that next spiritual step to realize recovery is not just about getting sober, it's about learning to love yourself enough to where you can stop hurting yourself and start functioning and enjoying the blessings that God has intended for you. I'm always able to tell people spiritual maturity. And again, this isn't a knock by any means. When people say, I'm in recovery, I've been sober for X amount, that's great. But I want to know about your recovery, like how you've rebuilt your life. I want to know. I want to know what things you're doing now that you weren't able to do. I'm able now to run since I've been sober. I love running. My friends will tell you I'm able to run. I'm able to, build sheds. I'm able to do all kinds of things I was never able to do. That is the true aspect of recovery that is so often missed. I want to encourage you: don't sell yourself short. Don't think that I'm sober, so I'm in recovery. Yes, there's an element to that, but there's a next spiritual step that is out there waiting for you to take so you can better enjoy the gift and the blessings that God has given you. So with that being said, I'm out of time. Thank you guys for letting me come in and share 5 to 10 minutes of your day with you. You guys absolutely keep me sober, and I could not be any more appreciative. We'll be talking again soon. Remember, you can't get drunk if you don't take that first drink.